Good morning, students. Last session we discussed the technical attributes of consumption function, and also last class we finished the marginal propensity to consume and the average propensity to save and marginal propensity to save. And now we are going to discuss the very interesting concept and also a very important concept, a Keynesian psychological law of consumption. The income and expenditure or consumption expenditure is based on psychology of the consumer. The human psychology is different from one person to another person. So with the help of the psychological changes, how the peoples they are behaving when income increases or when income decreases. When income increases, how much amount of money the people they spend their consumption, and when income is decreases or income is fall down or less income, that situation how the people they are reacting the consumption functions, whether they are increasing the consumption or whether decrease the consumption. So this theory was propounded by the famous economist J.M. Keynes in 1936 in their book Consumption, Investment and Income. And next we will move to the theory, the Keynesian law of consumption function, with the help of three basic assumptions. This theory is based on these three assumptions. First one is ceteris paribus, that is constant external variables, and the second one is existence of normal condition, and the third one is existence of a laissez-faire capitalist economy. Now we will move to one by one, and first point is ceteris paribus. So ceteris paribus means except income, the other variables, that is distribution of income, taste, habits, social customs, and price movements, whether increase the price or decrease the price, and population growth do not changes consumption any situation, and the consumption depends upon only the income changes. Okay, the ceteris paribus, the other things except income, the other things, that is distribution of income, taste, habit, cultural and climate, government policy, that not they affect the consumption, only the income changes is affect the consumption. So that is the first point, ceteris paribus, except income, the other things, other variables are remaining same. That situation how the people increase their income and consumption function or consumption expenditure. And the second one is existence of normal condition. The law of holds goods under the normal condition. So this psychological law of consumption is active only in the normal condition, but in the abnormal condition, for example, like a war or revolution or hyperinflation, this law will not operate, because people may spend the entire income for their consumption expenditure during the war or during the epidemic like a COVID-19 or revolution or hypertension. These are the situations the people they are forced to spend their all the income to fulfill their basic needs. But this theory only work in the normal condition. And the third one is existence of laissez-faire policy. This law is operates only in the rich capitalist economy. That is, this law is only operates like a USA, Japan, China, like this, where there is no government intervention. Laissez-faire means no government intervention. This law is only operates where the government is not interfering the business or economic activities. The people should be free spending and increase income. For example, USA people, they are ready to spend their income for consumption expenditure, but this theory is not suitable for country like India. So in the case of regulation of private enterprises and consumption expenditure by the state or government interference, this theory is breakdown or this theory is not working. And next we will move to the proposition of Keynesian law of consumption. First one is, when income increases, consumption expenditure also increases, but by the smaller amount. We will move to the table. Consumption increases from 120 to 180. Consumption increases from 120 to 180. The difference is 60. But here the consumption expenditure is also increases from 120 to 170. The difference is only 50. That is the first proposition. When income increases, consumption expenditure also increases, but smaller amount. The smaller amount 50. The difference is 60 minus 50. Only 10 rupees is increases. When income increases, consumption expenditure is also increases, but here 60 rupees. Here increasing amount is 50 rupees. So 60 minus 50 is only the 10 rupees is with the increase the income. So the first proposition, income increases, consumption expenditure also increases, but it will increase only in the smaller amount, that is 10 rupees. And the second proposition is, the increased income will be divided in some proportion between consumption expenditure and saving. Okay, so this follows from the first proposition, because when the whole of increased income is not spent on consumption, the remaining is saved. So that means the formula of saving is equal to Y minus C in crores. For example, the income increases from 120 to 180, and a consumption is also increases from 120 to 170. But if you apply the formula for savings, S is equal to Y minus C. Here income is 180 rupees, consumption is also 170 rupees. So the formula is Y minus C. Here 180 minus 170, that is 10 rupees is known as saving. That is the reason. And the third proposition, increase the income always lead to increase both consumption and saving. Here increase the income. For example, if the income is increases from 180 to 240, it will also increases. The consumption expenditure is also increases, and saving is also increases. For example, income proposition 1 again, income increases by 60 crores, the consumption is also increased by 50 crores. That means income is increases from 120 to 180, 60 crores. If you give the value of in crores, the income is also increased from 120 crores to 180 crores. The difference is 80. Consumption is also increases from 120 to 170. The difference is 50. That means the income is increases by 60 crores. Consumption is also increased by 50 crores. The saving by 10 crores. Here 10 crores. That is the first proposition. The next proposition, as income increases, the consumption and the saving is also increased. If the income increases from 120 to 180 crores to 240, the consumption is also increases and the saving is also increases. Next we will move to the diagram explanation. The O x-axis represent income and O y-axis represent consumption expenditure. So if the income is 120, the consumption is also 120. So both they are meeting at one point, that is E. And income increases from 120 to 170. The consumption is also increases from If the income is increases from 120 to 180, the consumption expenditure is also increased from 120 to 170. That is 50 point. This line is smaller gap. This income is gap is more than consumption gap. So, and next the income is also increases from 180 to 140. Sorry, 240. The gap is more. And the consumption expenditure also increases from 120 to 240. So here when the 120 income is 120, the consumption expenditure is 120. If you draw the line 45-degree line, it is consumption is equal to income. And next we will move to the determinants of the Keynesian psychological law of consumption or consumption function. The law of consumption is divided into consumption function is divided into or determinants determined into two with the help of two factors. One is subjective factors and another one is objective factors. And first we will see the subjective factor. The subjective factors are the internal facts related to the psychological or inner feeling of the consumers. The major subjective factor influencing by the following points. The first point is the motive of precaution. So, motive of precaution means to build up a reserve against unforeseen contingencies or unexpected contingencies or unexpected incidents. For example, like accident or sickness in the future. So, people they are hold their money in the hand. That is the motive of precaution to prevent unforeseen expenditure. And the next one is the motive of foresight. The desire to provide an anticipated future needs. For example, old age or education for their children or to purchase the land building in the future. So the people they are hold their money in the hand. It is also affected the consumption function. And the third motive is motive of calculation. The desire to enjoy the interest and appreciation. For example, the people always, for example, the psychology of Indian people, they are always calculated with the help of their income and the expenditure. And the fourth one is motive of improvement. Motive of improvement means motive of improvement. The people they are desire to enjoy the improving the standard of living. For example, the people they want to show their standard of living in front of others with the help of purchasing new house, new car, new bike, new furniture. So this motive of improvement is also one of the factor to influencing the consumption function. And the next one is the motive of financial independent. The people they are not ready to depend on others for their expenditure. So the people they are want to hold their money in the hands. And the next one is motive of enterprise. Some people they want to start the new business or they want to increase their investment. So the people they hold their money in the hand. It is also one of the factors to influencing consumption function. And the next one is motive of pride. The desire to be quiet or fortune. The people they hold their money for pride or they want to show their power with the help of money to others. And the next one is motive of next one is the motive of avarice. So the Keynesian he was sum of all the motives: precaution, foresight, calculation, improvement, independent, enterprise, and avarice. For example, with the help of all the factors, the people they hold their money in their hand or in their account. But it is not suitable for government institution or business corporation or firms may also consume mainly because of the their improvement of their business. Students, next class we will going to discuss what are the objective factors for determining the consumption function, and we will move to the next concept, that is investment function. Very interesting concept, very important concept is also. So we will meet in the next class. Thank you.